Hey guys, Cameron here with Emerson Property Management. Every week I'm bringing tools, tactics, strategies, lessons I've learned, things that help me build up a sizable own portfolio in about 2 years and now manage that portfolio. Today, guys, I want to talk about your property management software. So whether you're, a small landlord with 1 or 2 properties or a larger one with 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, whatever it is, you need some sort of property management system. I know folks that have a couple properties and they do everything in paper with Venmo, and it can be very hectic. So I just want to talk about some of the benefits and why everybody, even if you only have 1 property, you should have a property management software. First, I'm not endorsing anyone in particular, okay? We use Buildium. I do not get any kickback for saying that. This is just honestly what we use. If we would have started with Appfolio or one of the other big brands, maybe we would still be with them. I don't know. We chose Buildium at the time. Here we are. It's good. So what are the benefits? Why even have a property management system? So one of the biggest things, guys, the biggest reason for your bottom line, outside of all the organization and anything else, is late fees. So no matter what system you go with, make sure that it can automatically put late fees on the tenant's ledger. So what does that mean, Cameron? Well, when it's due on the 1st, when your $1,000 a month is due, rent is due on the 1st, and in Texas, it has to be, you can't charge a late fee until the 4th of the month. So on the 4th, if they don't pay, our system automatically goes and puts that late fee on the ledger. So they see $1,050 or $1,075 on their ledger. The other kicker is you can accept online payments. So if this resident puts in $1,000 on the 5th or 6th of the month, and they go, oh yeah, it was lost in the mail, we didn't get that, or I didn't see that, sorry. Oh, you didn't get that, it was in the mail. And then you cash the check on the 7th, 8th, 9th, you don't really know when the check was written, right? So for us, we always and only accept online payments. That is it. And our property management system automatically calculates everything. So when the tenant puts in on the 4th or 5th of the month, only $1,000, their balance shows that $50, $75, $100 extra dollars for late fees. And it will continue to do that. The daily late fee every day until the whole balance is paid. So, and I have been there on the 5th. Hey, you only paid $1,000. The late fee is $50. And what do they say inevitably? Sorry, I knew I was trying to make a payment, or I meant to get that in. Can you waive it this time? And you're like, okay, screw it. I've already got my $1,000. Screw it. Automatic late fees are hugely beneficial. They pay for our software in just late fees. And let me say that again, our late fee capturing pays for the software. Just in that alone pays for all the software. So online payments, automatic late fees, huge benefit, whether you have 1 or 5. Now, Buildium might not be a good answer. So don't think that I'm saying go out and get Buildium and pay $200 or $300 a month when you got 1 property only making $200 or $300 a month. You're going to end up, cash flow negative or breaking even. It doesn't make sense. So find one of the other softwares. I'm sure Buildium's not the only one with an online service. So online payments and late fees. What else? Lease renewals. So how do you guys do a lease renewal? Text the tenant, maybe you forget or let it go month to month. Oh, hey, oh yeah, I'm gonna stay another year. Okay, cool, it's at the same rate. No big deal, I'm still paying $1,000. Taxes just went up. Property taxes. Insurance just went up. How are you guys? So you're actually, if you take the same rent, you're actually making less that next year if you're not keeping up with just the increases in taxes and insurance. So one of the things that Buildium does is we can send out automatic lease renewals. And what does that mean? We can send out a notice. It keeps track of everything. It'll tell you, hey, this is 90 days away. We start the process 90 days ahead of time. 90 days out, this lease is going to end. We start our renewal process. We get a hold of the tenant. We generate a renewal offer in Buildium automatically to say, hey, your new rent is $1,050 or $1,020, whatever. please respond to this and accept. If you don't, you're going to go on a month to month, or we're going to terminate, whatever you want to do. But that is a way that you guys, just a little bit of organization on that. And you can set calendar invites or calendar reminders and whatnot. That's simple as well. You don't need to overcomplicate this, but Buildium makes it simple. It's all laid out there for you. You can see all your leases. And again, if you got one or two, maybe it's not that hard to keep track of, but when you get 3, 4, 5, and inevitably it slips. Oh man, I forgot to send that renewal. And then nobody likes, the day before, oh, hey, I got to give you notice, or you need to tell me if you're going to pay $1,050. It's like, well, thanks for letting me know. I don't even have time to look for another place. Leaves a bad taste in people's mouths. So if you start that process early, one, you're going to make more money. And two, it lets the tenant know, it gives them some respect on just not bumping up fees every last minute, kind of, that sly way that some landlords do. So that's another feature, the automatic and organization of lease renewals. One of the other things that y'all want to do now, whether you have one or 5, you guys know that maintenance requests come up, right? So make sure this system has a way of tenants online to put in maintenance requests. Hey, my ceiling fan's broken. It broke itself. Yeah, okay. Hey, the window broke itself. Hey, the garbage disposal is not working. Hey, the breaker split. Blah 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 blah. Whatever it is, all that stuff needs to be entered online. And I'll tell you. I mean, there's several reasons why, but one of the most important is for paper trail. So when you go out to fix something and it doesn't work, or you tell the tenant, okay, hey, I'll be out there tomorrow, vendor doesn't show up, whatever happens, and that tenant now wants to sue you for whatever reason, or wants to take you to court, or wants to not pay because you haven't fixed anything, you can say, you submitted a request on August 1st. I responded and it's timestamped on August 2nd. We were out there on August 3rd. What are you talking about, that you were without AC for weeks on end? All that stuff's timestamped. So from a liability and just from, another general organization thing, if you're using text or phone calls, you're not going to remember. Oh yeah, I sent the plumber out, or I went out to the property this time. If you keep it all in one spot, it's so simple and it's so easy, and it's so easy to reference, because then you can say, when the tenant starts squawking, you can say, check the task. You submitted it on the 1st at 5 p.m. I responded at 8 a.m. on the 2nd. This is not, one of those long delays. Or I asked you a question at 5 p.m. You submitted at 5, I asked you at 5:30, can you give me some more details so I can dispatch the right person? And you never responded. You can see all that stuff in there. If you guys do that, just those things, online payments where you don't have to worry about collecting cash, and organizing payments. When I started doing that, and I was collecting via Venmo and Chase deposits and whatnot, and trying to organize which check goes to which property, nightmare. So online payments, and automatically organizes all that. Automatic late fees. Well, I say automatic. Online payments only, late fees, maintenance requests, lease renewals. If you guys can do those things, you're going to be leaps and bounds ahead of most landlords. You're going to be organized. You're going to make more money. I'm telling you, the system or software, if it's $50 a month or $100 a month, make the decision for you on if that's right. But I can tell you that doing some of these things are going to end up making you more money in the end. So you'll have to look at that. I hope that was helpful. If it was, let me know. If it wasn't, let me know. Again, not endorsing. I mean, we use Buildium and I like it, but it's just the one we use. Go find one that works for you. It might be Buildium, it might be something else. Thanks y'all for tuning in. See you next week.